The bells began ringing before anyone knew why. At first, carts rolled through the fog, collecting bodies from doorsteps, from alleyways, from homes
Keep
where entire
moving.
families had fallen
No
silent.
stopping.
No one knew what was killing them. Only that once the swelling appeared, death followed within days. London, 1348. The plague had arrived. In the autumn of 1348, London is alive, a city of nearly 80,000 souls, loud, crowded, restless. Merchants shout across the markets from dawn till dusk, their voices blending with the metallic rhythm of blacksmiths hammering iron in narrow workshops. Livestock is driven through the streets alongside people. Children run barefoot through mud-soaked alleys. Open drains carry waste down toward the Thames, filling the air with a permanent stench. Yet to Londoners, this chaos means prosperity. The river is the city's lifeline. Ships arrive daily from France, Italy, and beyond, carrying cloth, spices, wine, and unseen passengers. News travels slowly, but whispers have begun. A sickness in the south, cities emptied, ports silenced. Still, London feels untouchable.
Close the gates!
It has survived wars, fires, and famine. But something far worse is already on its way. It does not arrive with sails of war. There are no horns, no soldiers, no warning. It comes quietly, hidden deep in cargo holds, inside barrels, beneath grain sacks. Rats begin appearing along the docks in unnatural numbers, sickly, sluggish, then dead. Dock workers notice first. But no one sounds an alarm until the fevers begin. A merchant collapses near Billingsgate. A dockhand follows days later. Then entire households fall ill. Boils swell beneath the skin, black, oozing, unbearable to touch. Victims burn with fever, delirious, begging for water. Most die within 3 days. London has just met the Black Death. Panic does not erupt instantly. At first, denial spreads faster than the disease. People blame bad air, spoiled food, foreigners. But as deaths multiply, fear takes hold, doors close. Windows shutter. Families isolate themselves inside timber homes, hanging herbs and charms above entrances. Doctors arrive in layered robes, carrying strange instruments. They bleed patients, burn incense, prescribe prayer. None of it works. Night carts begin moving through the streets, their drivers ringing bells. Bring out your dead. The sound becomes London's new heartbeat. Within weeks, the transformation is complete. Markets empty, trade collapses, workshops fall silent. Smoke still hangs in the air, but now it carries the scent of burning bodies. Mass graves are dug beyond the city walls. At first, burials are careful, individual, but soon, bodies are stacked in layers, wrapped in cloth when possible, thrown in bare when not. Gravediggers work until exhaustion, then collapse themselves. Priests rush through last rites, sometimes spoken over multiple bodies at once. The city is no longer functioning, it is enduring. The pits do not stay empty for long. Workers shovel through the night, their lanterns swaying in the cold mist. The soil is wet, heavy, resisting every strike of the shovel. Bodies arrive faster than they can bury them, some wrapped in linen, some in torn blankets, some with no covering at all. A gravedigger pauses, recognizing a familiar face, a neighbor. He hesitates only a moment before pushing the body into the trench. There is no time for mourning anymore, only the rhythm of shovels and the growing silence of the dead. Inside one candle-lit home, a mother presses a damp cloth to her child's forehead. She knows the signs, the swelling in the neck, the fever that will not break. Still, she stays beside him. Across the river, a young priest walks alone through abandoned streets. Half his parish is gone, but he continues, offering prayers to the dying, though he knows it may seal his fate. And on the docks, a merchant watches his ships sit idle. Cargo rots. Crews are dead. Trade is meaningless now. The plague has stripped London to something raw, human survival. In another home, an old man sits alone beside a cold hearth. 3 chairs surround the table, all empty, He runs his fingers over wooden bowls that will never be used again. Outside, footsteps echo through the alley, but no one knocks. He does not cry anymore. Grief has moved past tears into something quieter, something hollow. A city once deafening with life, now filled with rooms like his. As death rises, order crumbles. Food deliveries stop. Farmers refuse to enter the infected city. Bread becomes scarce. Water sources grow contaminated. Laborers vanish almost overnight. Entire guilds cease to function. Some citizens flee London in desperation, unknowingly carrying the disease into the countryside. Others descend into lawlessness, looting homes abandoned by the dead. Authorities try to enforce order, but fear is stronger than law. London begins collapsing, not from invasion, but from within. Months later, the wave finally slows, not because of cures, not because of medicine, but because there are fewer people left to infect. Tens of thousands are gone, entire streets and empty. Churchyards overflow into fields beyond. Yet from devastation, change begins. Workers become valuable. Survivors demand wages never before possible. Feudal hierarchies begin to weaken. The plague did not just kill, it reshaped the structure of European society itself. Today, London thrives again. Crowded bridges, endless markets, life everywhere. But beneath modern streets lie plague pits filled in 1348, layer upon layer of the forgotten dead. Silent foundations beneath the living city, a reminder that even the greatest civilizations can be brought to their knees by something they cannot see. And if you listen closely, you can almost still hear the bells. And this was Walking Through the Past.